shy, get a hold of Dr. Gould. I'll put a plug in for him, or Steve, or Amar, or I. Our address is on Daragos Margin. We've been through the drill on the LGM and the MPP and been to a lot of meetings, and if we don't have the answer, we'll ask Dr. Gould or somebody else. So
before we leave, Greg raises another a good question. He teaches up in northwest Wisconsin. The December 5th bump is not much of an increase for sign-up. With late harvest, producers just don't have the time for really doing a lot of analysis. What do you think they should do? Well, that's a very good question. If my comment is, if LGM is not even part of the decision set from the get-go, there's nothing can do to affect your decision to use that program, then why not join at the $4 level, not have any premium, because the likelihood of a payout is, again, right now is fairly small. Sign up at the $4 level, but remember, you're giving that opportunity of changing that one-dimension risk management system out there that is LGM dairy. So if that is not part of your decision set, and you don't ever think you'll need it, then you may not want to give up that 0.87% bump.
So, Dr. Gould, I'll make the comment that if you use the LGM product, the milk, if the feed's the same or stays the same, milk goes down $1, the insurance kicks in. Or if you go even to the $8 MPP, the milk has to go down $2. To get to the $6.50 level, milk has to go down $3.50. And to get to the $4, it has to go $6 lower. So if you want something that kicks in quicker, you probably have to go back and look at the LGM products versus the MPP products.
Right, and doing that, again, knowing that in order to identify the appropriate level, if you're trying to minimize the cost of your risk management protection, is to know what that, we don't have enough information to do that because this whole system evolved fairly quickly, is we're developing software to help us estimate the basis between a particular farm's income over feed cost and LGM and MPP, because if you're trying to minimize the cost of your contract, you want to choose the appropriate level of protection to give you your farm income over feed costs that you need to cover your variable cost of production. Keep that in mind, because you're not going to get $6.50 on farm if you're locking in $6.50 on MPP or LGM. You're going to get something different.
So he's got one more question for you there.
So if budget money runs out, does LGM and MPP just stop at that point? Is there a difference between the two as far as the funds available? Yes, there is. There is not a fixed budget for MPP. Again, I'm not privy to all the accounting systems, but it's part of the general USDA budget, and they are committed to cover that unless there's a sequestration. Unless there's a sequestration, then all bets are off. With LGM, that is limited. I haven't looked at the numbers lately. I'll try to do that over the next couple of days and send it out to the listserv. My hypothesis is there's some significant funds still available. We didn't hit the limit last year. I don't anticipate with the availability of MPP that limit will be hit again. But that's an empirical question.
Dr. Gould, the math that we've done is there's $3 million out of the $15 million used, and that will that's good until about June 30th, I believe it is. So, okay.
Yes. No, actually, it's on a federal fiscal year basis.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's a federal fiscal year basis, so that's good until October. So for the rest of